So the essence of this video wasn't to scare you or discourage you from coming. It's just to keep you informed so that you can make better decisions, so that you can know what you're preparing for. It could be a roof over your head, it could be finance, it could be feeding, food, it could be, and I just gave you free information. You didn't even have to pay for it. But like this video and God will really bless you. Hey guys, what's up? If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Grace Humphrey and you're welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you 7 things I think you should consider before moving to Abuja. Okay, let's get right into the video. Now, the number 1 thing I want you to consider before moving to Abuja is the cost of living. Under this cost of living, we have the housing, we have the feeding, we have the clothing. Now, wherever you stay in Abuja, when you move here, is going to determine how much you spend. Now, Abuja can be very cheap and Abuja can also be very, very expensive. The person staying in Asokoro and the person staying in Dawaki can never spend the same amount of money in a month. Apart from the rent difference, for example, let's say a bedroom, a 1-bedroom apartment in Asokoro should cost like 2 million, and a 1-bedroom apartment in Dawaki should cost like, let's say, 850 to 1 million. So do you see the difference in price? Apart from the difference in the prices of the rent, there's also the market factor. Shebi, you're going to buy stuff from the place that you live. There's another hack that I don't know if a lot of people know, but there are markets in Abuja for specific food stuff. And when you go to those markets to buy those food stuff, they will be very much cheaper. For example, we have Karimo Market. In Karimo Market, you can thrift. You can get clothes for very, very cheap amount of money. You can still thrift in other areas, but it might not be as cheap as Karimo. For example, let's say a polo or t-shirt, let's say you thrift it in some other market for, let's say, 15, 25, 35. In Karimo, you can see a top for 300. So do you see, because Karimo is known for stuff like that, you're going to get those stuff cheaper. So look for markets that sell specific stuff and buy those specific stuff in those markets. Don't just buy stuff from random markets. That's if you're trying to save money. If you're not trying to save money, please buy from any store that you like. They have markets for yam, they have markets for fish. That Karimo I told you about, apart from the thrifting, they sell food stuff on Tuesdays and Fridays, I think. Just know it that you can live with how much you're living wherever you used to stay before you decided to come here. So just know that you can still continue your lifestyle here. The second thing I want you to consider before moving to Abuja is the job opportunities. Now, the thing with Abuja is that, let's say, before there's a vacancy, like before this person actually resigns, or maybe they sack somebody, or before there's a vacancy, just like I said before, there is somebody already that is going to fill it. It's not actually vacant. Just be prepared to look for a job. Don't like casually or say, let's go with the vibes, I'll get a job in latest 2 months. No, make it intentional. Be prepared. I am going to have to look for a job that I want. That is actually going to be a job, like the job is looking for a job. So the third thing I want you to consider before moving here is the vibe of the city. Abuja is very quiet. Everybody is on their own. You could actually live in a compound for like 5 years and you don't even really know your neighbor's name. Your neighbor doesn't really know your name. Abuja is like, mind your business, let me mind mine. Everybody's always on their own. Everybody's keeping to themselves. You don't easily make friends here. You cannot even casually walk into a wedding. You cannot easily walk into any ceremony of any kind. It's always done codedly. What Abuja is known for is, fancy restaurants. Every single day, 10 new restaurants just spring up from nowhere. If you're a fan of fine dinings, you like to take beautiful pictures, you love aesthetic places and all the fine stuff, then by all means come here. But if you like party, Abuja is boring. Prepare yourself. So the fourth point I want you to consider before moving here is the weather. Now, Abuja is hot. If you haven't been rubbing sunscreen all your life, when you come here, just know that you should go and get it in quantum. Go and get plenty, as much as you can get. Abuja is hot. The sun is not friendly. like constantly I'm like, what's up? During the Hamatan, it can be very cold. But aside from that, Abuja is hot. Now, the fifth point to consider before moving here is the transportation. Not in a bad light though. Transportation here in Abuja is very cheap. We have the boat as usual. The boat is very cheap as opposed to Lagos that I heard that some trips you even pay 15, 20, 25,000. For example, maybe if you're going to the airport here in Abuja, which is very far, which is one of the most expensive kind of trip, it wouldn't even take more than 7k at most. Maybe the drivers are scarce and where you're going to the airport from is so far. It wouldn't take more than 7k. If you want to use the public sector, just know your way around it. If not, these drivers can scam you. And also, you don't just take cabs from anywhere. Go to the designated spot for the cab drivers so that they don't go and kidnap you. The only problem I have with the public drivers is that, maximum of 4 passengers, right? But those people, if you leave them, they will pack 20 people and put inside that tiny cab, or they will even pack everybody in Abuja. So the sixth thing I want you to consider is the crime rates. The crime rates in Abuja here, just like every other city, just like every other state, is not wonderful. There are certain places that are known for notorious thieves, kidnappers, whatever, all this kind of stuff. How I got to know was 2019. My brother got missing, and when I shared it on Facebook, a lot of people were trying to ask me, oh, where did you guys hear from him last? Oh, where was this? And when I told them the place we heard from him last, they were like, wow, you don't know this place. Some places are more unsafe than the rest. So when you're coming here, just try to be careful. And you can make your inquiries. I think you can even Google it to know the kind of places that you should be wary of staying for long or late hours, stuff like that. Still under the sixth point, which is the crime rates, you should let that influence your choice as regards to where you want to stay. So when you're, trying to move here and you're making research, okay, I want to stay here, also try to make a research to know, apart from how fancy or how affordable the place is, try to ask questions. Do armed robbers frequent this place? How is the aura? There's some places that you keep hearing negative stories around that area, from one bad occurrence to another. So apart from making research as regards the price, the environment, where the house is situated, do they bring light, do they do this, ask, how safe is the place? Seventh point I want you to consider before moving here is the educational sector. Now, if you're a parent that has kids and you're just wondering what it's like, I just want you to know that you should consider the kind of place that you stay would determine where your kids school. You get? I said you want them schooling far away from where you live, and where you're staying, if it's cheap, it also influences the school fees. The schools around there would be cheap. If it's expensive, wherever you decide to stay, the schools around there will be very expensive. So do you see? But generally, the educational sector here is very accommodating. When you're trying to put your child in any school, maybe you can also try to hear from the kids that are in the school, hear them talk, ask them questions. Okay, is this kind of school I want to bring my child to? So I know I told you guys I was going to give you 7 things to consider before moving to Abuja, but because you watched till this time, there's a bonus point, which is proximity to family and friends. Now, those of us who have family and friends here, who were even born here, we still find it difficult, boring sometimes. Then imagine not having anybody. Now, I know you could say, I can make a call to somebody who is outside my state, or I don't even need anybody, I like to stay on my own. But the thing is, nobody is an island. I don't pray, but it's very possible. I don't pray, but it's possible that you could be in a position whereby you'd need help. It could be a roof over your head, it could be finance, it could be feeding, food, it could be money, it could be emotional assistance, it could be anything, and you just need a place to call through. And sometimes maybe you could even just drive to the person or visit the person, ask, can we meet up? Just see the person, get a hug. The benefit of having close ones close, I don't think it can be overemphasized. So even though you want to tell me you can place a call through to somebody wherever they are, but it's not the same thing as having them, you know, close to you, whereby you can go see them and they can come see you. They can even come through for you and come meet you wherever you are at that point. Or you can place a call, and they will just fix it. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, I pray you don't be in such a situation whereby you get to understand what I mean. So, but you get my point, right? The proximity to family and friends is very important. But then a lot of people who even have family and friends, some of them have found themselves in situations whereby nobody could still come through. And people don't have family and friends, and yet they still, you know, did the thing. So yeah, there's no one way around it, but you know, it's just something to consider. So the essence of this video wasn't to scare you or discourage you from coming. It's just to keep you informed so that you can make better decisions, so that you can know what you're preparing for, so that you can know what you're getting into. Just know, because most times, you know, or maybe not knowing something can cost you more than you know. Honestly, information is power, and I just gave you free information. You didn't even have to pay for it. But like this video and God will really bless you. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please guys, give me a hefty thumbs up and leave comments so that I can know that you watched this video, so that I can know that you enjoyed it, so I can know your thoughts, and so that we can gist, and so that it can also help my channel. And it's not going to take you more than a minute, and I'm also going to remember it for more than a minute. I'm going to remember it for as long as I can, and I'm going to very much appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video, same time, same place, 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Bye.